Hi, it's Jennifer with Astrology. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing our weekly forecast for May 7th through May 12th. So we start off the week with Venus going into Cancer, and that was yesterday. So I'm not going to get into that today, because if you do want to learn a little bit more about that, what's going to be happening for about the next month or so, definitely check out my previous video on Venus, and it goes into Cancer, and then you'll be able to see how that all works out in your chart. So again, it's a very positive, loving, just nurturing type of energy that's going to be going on, and the world kind of needs that right now. So next on the 9th, which is tomorrow on Tuesday, the sun will be in conjunction with Uranus. So this can mean a lot of different surprises. Expect the unexpected is kind of a good way. Sudden changes. Uranus is known for kind of breaking with the status quo, making sudden changes that you didn't expect. This is all happening in Taurus. So like you think of Taurus and the way a bull will just come to a sudden stop, and you can't get them to move. Kind of on like a global level. Maybe we're going to see something happen suddenly in the world, some things that we didn't expect, something in like that kind of Taurus-y type way, because all this is happening in the sign of Taurus. So changes in, hopefully for the better, because this is going to be a nice week. We do have some things coming up in the next couple weeks that look like they may be a little rough, but right now it's kind of going to be easy and nice, and so we're kind of staying positive for a little while. Then on the 11th, which is going to be Thursday, Venus is coming into a sextile with the North Node. So the North Node is again in Taurus. So much Taurus-y vibes going on. The ruler of Taurus is Venus. Venus is coming into a nice sextile. That's a nice, smooth, free-flowing aspect. It's really a lot of that. It's the North Node is about things you're moving towards, something that you're kind of wanting. So I feel that this energy is going to be kind of focusing on the positive. So maybe with the sudden change that happens, globally, anywhere, we can focus on what positive aspects we're going to get from this changes. Or from these changes. You elude positive energy, that's what you're going to get back. So if you're walking around with a grimace on your face, kind of grumpy, that's what people are going to give back to you. So smile, be nice, be friendly, grow and learn from any misfortunes that you have, that maybe the South Node, things that you fell back on, things that might hinder you from kind of going towards the positive. You want to kind of, overlook that on this, this week, kind of, changes can be scary. Don't let them hold you back. Kind of go with the flow, kind of, ride the wave of the changes that are coming. So then the 12th, that would be Friday, we have Mercury, in Taurus again, more Taurus stuff going on. Everything's in Taurus right now. That's coming into a sextile with Saturn, which is in Pisces. So this gives us that thought to take another kind of look at different restrictions, things that we might have restricted on ourselves, or on a global level, restrictions that have been put on us. There's something that I found a little bit interesting is, I think it was 2 days ago, I saw that WHO, which is the World Health Organization, they put out something saying that COVID's, not gone, it's never going to be really gone, but, the restrictions and all that are all kind of lifted, I think, in generalized. So you're not seeing those restrictions. So it's Mercury, kind of, what have we learned from this? What have we learned from, what we've gone through in the last few years, the last couple of years since, I just automatically think COVID, because when you think restrictions, the restrictions COVID put. Also, the more knowledge that you get, the more you can actually kind of fight against these things. And, well, I know that if I, you know, sometimes it affected people that had health issues or underlying conditions. So if I try and keep myself healthy and I, watch the things that I do, watch the things that I eat, exercise and keep a good, healthy kind of mentality, maybe I can, keep just getting sick away in the future. It's all just, with what we learn from the things that we've gone through in the past. I think that, something, maybe that you've been working on in the past, that you've been having maybe some little issues with, just on a kind of different note. Mercury is in retrograde. Saturn is about, kind of structures. And so kind of restructure things that you have been working on, maybe to, give them, shine a new light upon it and say, oh, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to make this work. Could be just something little, something minute, could be something bigger. Really depends on, how this is falling in your chart. Again, if you have a sun, moon, rising sign in Taurus, you have a lot of planets in Taurus, you're going to, this is going to affect you a lot more. So, and, whereabouts on your chart this is, say like me, say Taurus is in your 5th house, maybe things creative wise that you've been working on, that maybe you're like, I'm going to go back and rethink how I'm doing this and try and make it better. Just good things like that. Another thing that this kind of reminds me of is what's another good thing that's going on in my life. It's not really in my 6th house because that is about children, but I just found out a little while ago that my son is having and his fiance are having a baby, and so that's kind of like, things I've grown into, that maturity, that, the things that you work towards in life, to have a happy family, to raise your children well. That's what Saturn, people think Saturn is so negative, but if you think of it on a brighter note like that, the children that I brought in the world are now bringing children into this world. So, that's Saturn, that's maturing, that's, growing, getting the things that you've worked so hard for, and, talking things through, kind of remembering, with Mercury retrograde, remembering the things that I did back then. You just kind of thinking, okay, what do we need? What do we need to do? We need to, get this and get that, and all that fun stuff that goes into it. When Mercury goes direct, hopefully those things, in your own way, those things that you reflected upon, that you kind of reconfigured, restructured, those plans, maybe even on a global scale, the, restructuring of, a lot of the bills that are coming out, like in the government, kind of restructuring the way that they're kind of passing laws and things like that, that might make things a little bit more cohesive for both sides, so that everybody kind of, when you think about things happening in Taurus, there's also Venus in there. Venus is, also rules Libra. So it's about harmony, balance, kind of keeping things on an even keel. So maybe, we'll have a little better way of communication. Mercury is going to help with that. What we learn from this is when Mercury goes direct, the things that we can then communicate maybe on a better, more harmonious level with everybody. So also what's happening on the 12th is Venus is, that's in Cancer currently, is going to be sextile to Mercury retrograde. Again, harmony. This goes along with, these nice remembrances, balance, love, finding harmony in your home and your work, and being able to express yourself in just a nice, kind, fair way, seeing both sides of the story, and being able to explain yourself so that people also can understand where you're coming from. you you know, really, it's so much Venus going on right now. It's a great time to get your creative juices flowing, especially if you have a lot of things going on in Taurus, like again, me with Taurus being in my fifth house, all about creativity, finding the beauty in things. You know, so that's kind of what I'm going towards. You know, we're, you know, excited about, you know, baby showers and my son's wedding's coming up and just all this fun stuff and being creative, making, you know, the wedding favors and all that. So, you know, that's kind of what, you know, it's just a nice feeling of a week. Then on the 13th, on Saturday, we have Venus in Cancer coming into a trine with Saturn in Pisces. This kind of puts a cap on the end of the week, I feel like. So where everything that we kind of, you know, have been working on this week during this retrograde, Mercury, the things that we've been working on, we now get into Saturn, kind of putting a, you know, a nice kind of structure to it, getting things in order, getting a nice plan in action, really, you know, we can move forward, we'll be fair, creative, we'll have a strong foundation under those things that we're working towards. You know, don't worry about the things, you know, go towards that north node, go towards the positivity that, you know, is happening tomorrow, go towards, get away from the things that have been holding you back and go towards the future. Look towards your future and things will be positive. Ride out the waves. You know, don't be scared of change. Accept change and grow from it. So I'm going to give a little bonus for the 14th, which is Mother's Day. Mercury stations direct. So hopefully it's going to be a great day to get in touch with your mom if they are not close. You know, hopefully with Mercury going direct, we won't have any phone issues or any internet issues or any, you know, if you want to FaceTime, you know, we won't be having any glitches, hang-ups, you know, bad connections. You know what Mercury likes to do. So hopefully all that'll go smooth. If you're having your mom over, if you're spending time together, if you can, it's a great day to have some really deep, nice conversations. You know, Mercury going direct, you know, you remember the things during the week that your mom did for you, that parental figure, that nurturer, that, you know, the things that they did, and give them the appreciation on this day. So we just want to tell all you moms out there and end this video and say, all you moms, new moms, moms to be, pet moms, all y'all, you do everything, you give and give and give, and it's much appreciated. And I hope you all have a happy Mother's Day and a great week. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.